to On the Record with Big Nick. The two topics that we're going to talk about today, the Los Angeles Dodgers have won the 2020 World Series, short season, pandemic, catastrophic, fuck show kind of a season that it was. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, it was only a matter of time. I mean, they've been there for the last 5 years. They're always in the hunt. They've got a very talented team, great starting pitching, unfucking believable offense, great defense. Yeah, obviously the addition of Mookie Betts didn't hurt anything. Even before they had Betts, they were still a really nasty team. But obviously when you add an MVP caliber kind of player in Betts, obviously that puts you to another level. So, again, just want to congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers and their fans for winning the World Series. As you can see here, we have got some Los Angeles mugs here, and very soon, by the time this actually goes out, they'll already probably be on the website, but we have some limited edition Los Angeles Dodgers mugs that will be on our website for those that are huge fans. Got to get them. Going to be a limited time only.
So you did call the Dodgers.
I called this. Yeah. I called this.
And why, in the beginning, did you think they were going to win it all?
So when they decided to have a season, it was hands down to me that the Dodgers were going to win this. The reason why is because they are, I don't want to say by far, because there are some teams that have some very talented, there's some really talented teams out there, but they definitely, and this is just my opinion, and obviously them winning the World Series kind of proved that they're the most talented team in the league. I could argue with you that maybe two other teams are next to them, but they're not at the talent level of the Dodgers. Like the Yankees have a shit ton of talent. It's really the Dodgers, you know. We can say what we want about the Astros with their cheating scandals and stuff. They still have 4 unbelievable players on that team. So, I mean, they lost Garrett Cole, which fucking blew. But, again, you know, there's teams out there that are talented. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, when they traded for Betts in the offseason, you literally have two of the last 2 years MVPs on your team playing in the same outfield with Bellinger and Betts.
That's wild.
And to have a lineup that consists of Betts, Bellinger, Seager, Turner, you know, you got pitching with Walker Buehler, who I told you is a friggin' stud.
Yep.
And I told you he should be their opening day starter. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say it on the record, he'll be their opening starter next year.
You think Kershaw's done next year?
They're going to finally give it to freaking Buehler. He won the World Series. He's not retiring, but they're giving it to Buehler. Why did Buehler start Game 1 of the NLCS?
You do have a good point there, but Kershaw still played well in the World Series, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying that Buehler was better.
Okay.
Last time I checked, you put your better pitcher in. Don't give me this feelings crap. I want to be very, very clear about one thing. I have nothing against Kershaw. I like Kershaw.
Yeah.
I think he's a great pitcher. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But all I'm going to say to you is that Walker Buehler is the face of that rotation. I said it before this season. I'm saying it now. Buehler is the face of that rotation.
Yeah, but
Kershaw is going to be pushing 33. He's on his way out. Mm-hmm. He's got another season or 2 left in him, and he's done. Because I'm telling you right now, if the Dodgers keep him after that, it's going to be for a very, very, very cheap. Because he ain't going to make no $30 million a year. Maybe 15. So Walker Buehler's 26. He made this year $570,000. Made even less than that because it was a 60-game season.
Yeah, but
based on the salary, it's $570,000. So this is his 4th season with the Dodgers.
And it's 6 years until you can actually start getting paid?
Yeah, but so next year, so the first 3 years they pay you shit.
Yeah. First 3?
Yeah. And then the last 3, you start getting into arbitration. Then you start talking about millions.
Yeah.
So they'll have to go into arbitration with him next year, the year after, and the year after, or they can just agree on contracts.
Yeah.
Like they'll agree on a 1-year contract, $10 million, $7 million, whatever that fucking ends up being.
Yeah. But does the team have more leeway?
Yeah.
For
he's under their control.
Yeah.
Now, you can fight shit to arbitration, and sometimes the players win. Like, for example, Mookie Betts won with the Red Sox the 2019 season. He won the arbitration. He wanted, I think it was $27 million. They wanted to give him, I think it was like 22,
oh, okay.
and he won it. So some teams try to lowball, but the thing is that if you do that, it proves that you really don't want to pay the player.
Mm-hmm.
So with some guys, it might leave a nasty taste in your mouth, being like, you fucked me over, you tried fucking me over a few $1 million. Like, I don't know if I want to stay here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they try to bounce.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when it's push comes to shove, then they give you the money you want because they really know now they have no control.
Yeah.
Because now you're free to go wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I do see where you're going with this. So do you think Walker Buehler, do you think the Dodgers are going to pay up? Or
They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud. Yeah. You got to, I mean, the money that, by the time he needs to get seriously paid,
yeah,
Kershaw's show will be off the books. So then they can give the money to him.
Oh, yeah, that will work out like that.
It'll work out perfect.
Because Kershaw only has one more year.
Yeah, maybe 2 max. I can tell you right now, Kershaw's not going to sign for $30 million again. No one's going to give a 34, 35-year-old that kind of money a year. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's for 1 year. It's not happening.
Yeah, you just get
maybe 20. Maybe, but not 30.
But what if he takes a less paycheck? Do you think he will?
I would if I was him. I mean, I've made probably $300 million in my career. I'd want to stay with the Dodgers, too, and keep winning. We've been talking about the starting pitching. How about the freaking bullpen? Pedro Baez, Kelly Jansen, Dustin May's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he had a rough going in Game 7 of the NLCS, but he's a stud. I mean, Betts is in his prime. Bellinger's getting to his prime. Seager's getting to his prime.
Yeah.
I mean, Turner's actually a little bit older, too. But besides that, like, they're going to be good for another 5+ years. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right, should we get on to Belichick? The reason why we're bringing this up is because we were talking about it in the pit, and you think that Belichick is a good coach.
Great coach.
But you don't think he's a good manager.
General manager.
And why is that?
Let me be very clear about this. I love my New England Patriots. Everybody can say what they want, that they're a joke this year and shit like that, and you guys can't do shit without Brady. You know, I'm very frustrated in how they're playing right now, but the season's not over yet. Let's see what they got. They've earned that right to see what they've got. And you can call me a biased Patriots fan. I don't care. But you have to at least give them a chance to see if they can bounce out of it. I mean, this is the first time they've lost 3 games in a row in 18 years. It's pretty fucking good. What people don't understand, and we're going to get to Belichick, but this is leading up to him.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is that it's very, very hard to lose a quarterback for 20+ years that you had, who is the GOAT, but they also had a shit ton of dead money, so they didn't really have a lot of cap space to do shit. And 8 guys opted out of the season for COVID on the defense, and they lost all kinds of other guys to free agency. So it isn't just the quarterback play. The defense isn't what the way it was. They have no weapons on the outside. I get all that shit, but everyone thinks it's just because of Tom Brady. It's fucking bullshit. If Brady was here this year, he'd be struggling just like him. Not as bad by any means, but look what he did last year. He didn't fucking do well here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Belichick doesn't like spending money, which blows my mind because, number one, it's not even fucking yours. And number two, like, you have to understand, and believe me, that's why I'm sitting in this chair doing my show versus running the New England Patriots. So, but the thing I don't get is you're trying to win with all these no-name players.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not want to go get elite talent? Make your life easier. I mean, is it an ego thing to build? Now, let me make something very clear. I fucking love Belichick as a coach.
Yeah.
I fucking love him. I hope he stays here for another 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's doing as a general manager, it's just not working. There are times that he'll go out and get the big fish. Like, he got Gilmore a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He got in Randy Moss. He got Welker. He signs this guy. Like, he'll give the money when he needs to. But it's like, it's never all the time. You see these other teams. Like, look at the Chiefs. They signed Mahomes to $500 million. They give Kelsey a big contract. They give Hill a big contract. They give that defensive player Jones a big contract. They're making it work. Why can't you fucking make it work? Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, the guys are only going to go where the highest paid money is. If it's L.A., New York, Boston, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
They're going to take the money. Especially in football, you got to take the guaranteed money when you can. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like an ego thing, like he's trying to do it with nobody, with a bunch of nobodies, or what. But, I mean, look at his drafts. Let's pull up his friggin' drafts. I mean, that's half the problem. Is a lot of these guys draft players, they become really good, then they become superstars, and they stay with their team.
Yeah.
If you don't grow from within, you're screwed. Go back to the Dodgers for 1 second. Seager, homegrown player. Bellinger, homegrown player. Walker Buehler, homegrown player. Clay Kershaw, homegrown player. Yeah, Mookie Betts was a trade.
Yeah.
I'm saying that can happen too. But look at the Chiefs. Mahomes, homegrown. Tyreek Hill, homegrown. Kelsey, homegrown. Who on the Patriots is homegrown that is really, really good right now? That's homegrown. Not Gilmore that came over in free agency. Homegrown talent that was drafted. Edelman and McCoy.
Yeah.
That's all I would say.
But
Edelman's on his way out anyway.
I got two things to say. One, so you would just rather him like put all the money onto like one or two players and just hopes that nothing bad happens to him. Like, what about injuries and stuff? And two, like, you think he's just like purposely drafting poor players?
I don't think he's purposely drafting. I think he's trying to. So Bill thinks short and long term. He's trying to think of players that. Well, I'm not saying he's drafting guys that suck on purpose. Yeah. I never said that. But name all the guys that have worked out great. Now, again, we all don't have crystal balls. We didn't know DK Metcalf was going to be DK Metcalf, and these guys are going to be who they are.
Yeah.
Because if they were, don't you think DK Metcalf would have been a first-round pick, not a fucking second or third-round pick?
Mm-hmm.
You think if Edelman became Edelman, you don't think he would have been a first-round pick? If Tom Brady didn't become who Tom Brady was, he would have been the first overall pick. But people don't know that.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand, too. Like, it's very hard to judge because a lot of guys from college don't make the transition to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah.
But it's so awful how bad his drafts have been. It's depressing. It's depressing. I mean, let's go over the last few years. N'Keal Harry. I was all hyped about this guy. 6'4", 225. He's done shit so far. Granted.
That's not Bill's fault.
Granted, he was hurt a lot of last year, and Tom Brady did not want to throw him the ball. So really last year was a wash. So this year's almost like his rookie year.
Yeah.
But still, like, you've got to make some freaking strides. I'm not saying you got to be a DK Metcalf, but you got to fucking show, like, you got to show that you're making progress. It's like...
What do you mean you got to make some strides?
Like, you got to show that you're getting better every year.
Okay.
N'Keal Harry has not made the steps he's need to make to jump to the next level.
Okay, so how is that Bill's fault, though?
Because I'm not saying it's all on Bill, but I'm also saying that maybe he's not the guy. How can you tell me? This
is the whole thing that you're saying. You're saying that he just makes bad draft picks and that he's not a good general manager.
How many of his picks have worked out? How many of them? We went over this.
Yeah, but
in the last 5 years, what guys worked out? In the last 10, what guys worked out?
Yeah, but how is that on him, though?
It's not on him all the way, but it also has to do with, like, is the player smart enough to play for your team? Like, they say the Patriots are one of the hardest teams to play for because they're so disciplined and they have a strict playbook. If the guy ain't smart, don't draft him. Now, again, Bill Belichick obviously sees something in the guy because he's drafting him, but to me, it's like, you see all these fucking teams, they have these superstars. Who's a superstar on the Patriots right now? Not a good player. Who's a superstar?
Well, right now, it's just because, like, we suck right now.
Go ahead. Tell me who a superstar was in the last 5 years. Besides,
Tom Brady?
Okay, he was a 6th-round draft pick. That was a very lucky pick. I'm talking about guys that, like, were 1st or 2nd-round picks, and they turned into freaking superstars. Tell me who the last 5 guys... Tell me who the last guys were they've drafted in the first rounds. Go ahead. Last year was N'Keal Harry. The year before was Sony Michel and Isaiah Wynn.
He trades away all the, like, 1st and 2nd-round picks.
Well, he trades a lot of 1st-round picks and goes deeper into the draft because he wants to get the value picks versus paying for the 1st-round picks. But there's the problem, Casey. The 1st-round pick guys are going to be better than the late-round pick guys. Does that work all the way? Does that happen all the time? Absolutely not. But if you keep trading out of the 1st round, you're losing it out of a shit ton of talent. I mean, look at it this way. The Patriots could have drafted Lamar Jackson 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, again, you don't know that with them coming out of college, but you also have to have a feeling that they're going to make that steps.
I mean, you could say that about, like, other managers, too.
He's not the only one. Absolutely. I'm just talking about Belichick because I'm a Patriots fan. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the other teams.
Yeah. But also, here's a cool fact. In the past 10 years, the Patriots have not drafted any of the league's biggest busts.
I never said they were the biggest bust, but they're still bust.
Yeah.
Again, I love Belichick. He's a smart guy. I just get so frustrated that, like, his picks don't work out. How's that the case? If you're supposed to be such a fucking genius, how can you not get guys that fucking don't fit the system?
Yeah.
Now again, 2017.
He does have 6 rings though, and he has made it work.
He's got 6 rings, but you also had the greatest quarterback of all time too.
Okay, but you can't just give it all the credit.
I refuse to give all the credit to Tom, and I would never do that.
Okay.
Just like if for some reason the Bucs won the Super Bowl, I'm not going to say it was because of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He had a part of it.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, these are team sports.
Okay. So you think it's starting to catch up to Bill?
It's catching up to Bill because when you have consecutive draft classes that suck, you have no homegrown talent coming up. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that homegrown talent that you draft, develop, and play, don't work out. Sony Michel, this is his year 3. He was supposed to be a stud running back. He played over Nick Chung at Georgia. Nick Chung's had a way better career than Sony Michel has in the NFL so far. Way better.
Yeah.
They both went to the same school.
What's your point?
My point is that they drafted the wrong guy.
That they should have drafted.
I'm not saying they should have drafted Nick Chung. I'm just saying they could have maybe drafted it. They could have went with somebody else.
Yeah. I feel like it's hard to tell though.
It is hard to tell, Casey, but you gotta nail some of them.
Yeah.
Who have they nailed? Give me the last first. Keep going with the first round picks.
All right. Isaiah Wynn, 2018.
So the story's still out on him because he missed a lot of time last year. We'll see how that goes. So we'll leave that as an open slate. Go ahead.
Right. 2016, Joe Thuney.
Okay.
Third round.
That was a third round pick. That ended up being a third round pick that worked out really well. He's our left guard right now.
Yep. 2015, Trey Flowers, 4th round.
Not even on the team anymore.
Yeah, but when he was nasty.
Yeah, but he's not here anymore. Here's what I'm saying to you. Hear what I'm saying. You have your homegrown talent.
Yeah.
You develop them.
How long was he on the team for?
4 years.
So he just left.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean doesn't matter?
I mean, he got overpaid. I don't blame Bill for letting him walk because you don't even hear his name in Detroit right now.
Yeah. So maybe that was a good decision by Bill.
It was a great decision for him to leave. I'm just saying that these guys don't stay because he doesn't want to pay guys either. That's half the problem.
Yeah.
He don't want to pay guys.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Keep going.
James White.
Yeah, that worked out.
2014, 4th round.
You're not even naming me first round picks in any of these rounds.
Malcolm Brown was the 2015 first round.
Bust.
Yeah.
Gone in 3 years. Bust.
Yes, that's proving against your point. That they did get first round picks.
Oh, Casey, that's not proving my point. It's proving my fucking point that I'm fucking right about his drafts. They suck.
Well, maybe because we have further picks in like the draft. Like we can't get like a top guy. We can't get.
There's plenty of guys in the later first round that are still good.
Okay.
How many guys could they have drafted that, quote unquote, the guys just. There's plenty of talent there. Just because it's the end of the first round doesn't mean you can't get talented players. That's fucking bullshit. That's why there's 7 rounds in a fucking draft.
I know, but you're saying that you just want them to get the best guys in the first round. And now you're saying
they got to get the best available guys in the first round, yeah. And I don't think he's done that.
All right.
I think he's getting guys that fit his system.
Chandler Jones, 2012.
That worked. But then he left after 5 years.
And we got Hightower.
Yep, that worked.
And we got Nate Solder.
That worked for 4 or 5 years, and he left for a contract, which that worked out because Soldier hasn't done shit with the Giants.
And we got Gronk in the round 2.
Well, he was a superstar. So my point to you is this, to make my last points, real quick. I am not saying to you that Bill is the worst ever at what he's done in the draft. I'm just telling you that his drafts have not worked out. And if your draft classes don't work out year after year after year, it shows years later. If you don't draft a good...
it's catching up to him.
It's catching up to him because if you go 3 or 4 years and you don't have 1 or 2 guys that are good in those draft classes, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Again, it's very hard to draft players.
Yeah.
Even if you think. I'm not disputing that at all. The same happens in hockey, the same happens in basketball, and the same happens in baseball.
Yeah.
But you do it over and over and over again. How do you develop? Where's your future, Casey? Where's your future team if your draft picks don't work? You're going to have to go find guys.
That's a good point. All right, I agree with you on that.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, that's all we got.
thank you for watching On the Record today. We hope you enjoy this episode. Like and subscribe. And you got any comments for me? Put them in the comments section. We'll get back to you on those. And again, I'd like to just say one last time, I greatly appreciate all those that do watch my show and also send me snacks for our snack times. And yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. Take care.